Hey everybody, and welcome to another day of awesomeness. I hope you guys are enjoying it on the Pulsechain. And man, we've had a great 5 days now, pretty much. So very cool. We're going to get into it all, of course. Prices around Pulsechain and Hex doing particularly well. We're going to get into all that. We're also going to get into the crypto news, Bitcoin pumping, stock market pumping. We're going to talk about Grayscale update around that too, winning in the courts. We're going to get into Coast and Fiat and Petius. I'm going to talk about that, and of course we're going to get paid at the end, the Hex Daily Stats. We've got it all, Pulsechain coverage. That's what we do on the show. So a big, awesome day for us all. Let's get into it. All right, let's say hello to Heart Lies Beneath. Good to see you. How are you today? Very good, of course. And the ultimate strategy, Hex, EHEX, PLS, PLSX, and incentive for the win. Don't get fudded out, DCA, particularly after a massive pullback as well. We got Humberto Gonzalez, yo, cheers from Superman and family from the sunny Dominican Republic. Big shout out to you, Humberto. Always a welcome. And of course, if this Pulsechain charts continue the trend of the last couple of days, back to sack rate, end of September, 20-30x from there by the end of the year. I like how you're talking there, Humberto. I like how you're talking. We got Brian as well. Good to see you, Brian. What's up, folks? Welcome to the chat. One of our two community leaders, Big Brian in the house. Hex Hog as well. Woohoo! Get excited. We got Pulsechain as well. Hi, all. Hope you're doing well. Doing very well, of course. Now, we're streaming, obviously, the two YouTube channels, Superman Crypto and, of course, Hex Token channel. Over 9,600 subscribers, heading towards 9,700. Make sure you smash the subscribe button on the way in. Hit the bell for future videos. Daily videos here as well. And I think we're pretty much, I don't know. Let's see. I was going to make a comment, but I'm going to have to confirm it first. I made a comment, so I'll be back. Brennan says, howdy, Superman and family. Good to see you, Brennan. Welcome to the chat. And our TA specialist is Brendan. And, of course, who else is in here? We've got Grayscale, officially ETF, officially approved for BTC. We're going to talk about that. And Brian as well. If you want to use Brian's referral code for the Coast, we're going to talk about that later on. But it is in the chat there. And of course, Brian is number 3, ranked number 3. Both of you, if you use it, you get 5,000 weight tokens. Brian gets 5,000 weight tokens. So it's a win-win. And of course, trying to get to the second place behind Crypto Coffee, of course, the number 1 influencer in the space. Halfway to the second place, says Brian. He's almost there. He's got to get there. Onwards and upwards. And of course, that is the link for Brian's referral code there for Coast. A nice one. Now, if you're in the United States, UK, Australia, or Canada, those are the 4 countries that can use the Coast site at the moment. But we're going to talk about phase 2. Coast Onramp phase 2 is coming. We're going to talk about that today. Joey Torres in the house there. Good to see Joey. And check my pulse. Evening, Superman. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good to see you. Check my pulse. Joe O'Brien, what's Superman? How's the weather down under? Hey, look, we're on the second to last day of official winter, and we've got sunny days. I mean, it's sun shining. It's like a temperate summer day. It really is quite nice. Really is cool. Or should I say a cool summer day? It's like a cool summer day, a bit like that, but it's actually fairly warm. Archipelago and house there. Hi, all. Good to see you. Archie, crushing it as always in our Discord with Intel. And, of course, Hexcavator as well. Hey, gang, good to see Hexcavator. DJ Paulie Wood, man. Woo! Represent. Of course, hello from Florida. Big shout out to you, DJ Paulie Wood. Welcome to the chat as well. Aussie Stone, g'day, family. Good to see you, Aussie. And Rich Libertation, exciting chat times ahead. Absolutely. Get pumped up. Get pumped up. And check my pulse says pump before the dump or respect the pump. Respect the pump. Let's respect the pump. Let's go for gold on that one. We're obviously gonna have ups and downs. That's markets, and we've got events coming up around Richard and the SEC in November. So we've still got things coming, but we've got so much bullish part of our roadmap rolling out. It's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of good opportunities. Superman is the hardest working man. Crypto says check my pulse. I appreciate that. And Marco Belli as well. Hello. Good to see you in the house. Wookie is just coasting. That's the way you do it. Brendan says, great day for a walk. Hey, Super. Yeah. So it's going to be my walk day number 39. So I'm getting pretty close to 40 days. Walk day 39 today. And I've just got to keep consistent, man. That's the thing. And I've started changing the diet, getting the diet changes, getting bad, make sure it's getting all good, getting a variety of foods, getting good sleep, things like that. So, and drinking more water. That's probably the thing I'm going to upbeat is drink more water too. So nice. Big Kahuna in the house there. Good to see Big Kahuna. And Sandy Beach is in here too. Hello, Hex Token, everybody. Let's not to mention Susie Q. Welcome. It's been a little while, Susie Q. Hi, wonderful. Superman, woo! And hugs and kisses. I really appreciate that, Susie Q. Big shout out to you. And we might as well give you a little Instagram heart model emoji, whatever that thing is. Okay. All right. Let's go in for it. Let's get into gold. Let's start off with the stock market and head quickly into crypto. And bam, let us go. Whoa, we're moving around the screen. But here is the stock market. We did pretty well. The NASDAQ is up 1.7%. That's a big day. The S&P up 1.5%. And the Dow Jones, the industrials up almost 0.9%, sorry, I should say. And they're all doing pretty well. I mean, almost at 14,000 on NASDAQ, almost 35,000 on Dow Jones. Pretty impressive stuff going on there. And good news. Now, what else was going to say about that? Was that it? I think that was pretty much, I think that was all I was going to talk about. Crypto-related stocks jump on Bitcoin ETF optimism. That was kind of the theme in here. Crypto-related stocks, including Marathon, Riot Platforms, and Coinbase, were pushed higher by a surge in Bitcoin after a U.S. court ruled that Securities Commission and Exchange Commission was wrong again. This is their second loss. Dismiss, at least the big one, dismiss digital asset manager Grayscale's application for spot Bitcoin exchange. Decision lift hopes that Bitcoin spot ETF, which is expected to attract investors as it will provide a cost-effective and liquid method to get exposure to Bitcoin. So that is the good news, folks. That's the good news. So stock market doing well, winning on the legal front against SEC, who's kind of putting out this big scatter kind of legal thing against all these different centralized agencies, of course, DeFi as well out there. So they're just kind of putting it out there. Pretty poor written. If you read a lot of them, they're really poorly written. A lot of factual errors. So I'm sure that there's plenty of cannon fodder there for people to push back on the SEC and the courts, because I was reading that Richard Hart one. It's really got a lot of poorly put together, a lot of assertions, big claims too, and I just don't know how they're going to confirm all those. But we'll see. We got moving to crypto. Obviously, that good news around potential spot ETF. Crypto's loving it. Spot, and of course, Bitcoin has rallied from 26,100 to 27,600, up almost 6%. Ethereum there is up 17 to 1724, up 4.3%. So looking really good. BNB at the moment up 3.5% to $226. XRP, of course, is up 3% to 54 cents. So pretty good there. But some of the standout performers, and Matic is up 5% there at 59 cents. And what else have we got? Solana is up 5.5% to $21.70. And those are some of the highlights there, really, that I'm going to point out. So kind of good news there. The market is green. We love green. And, of course, we've already been going green on the old Pulsechain, but we're going to get to that in a minute. In fact, I forgot to even pull it up. But let's jump over to the gas prices. Gas prices have been insane, of course, with the market pumping. So let's go and have a look at that on the daily time frame. That is the day. Look at that. That's what we got there with the pump there. Look at that. Gas prices on Ethereum got all the way up to 118, 120 Gwei. So insane. Insano in the braino. Thank goodness for the full first system stake fork of Ethereum Pulsechain. Layer 1 battle tested, but 17% faster, of course, and owned by the people, for the people. And, of course, the Gwei's coming back down now. But, man, look at that carnage. And, of course, it's a good thing Pulsechain exists, right? And that is the truth. All right. We got, obviously, the Grayscale news there. This is Grayscale's website. Obviously, they do a lot of different trusts for different cryptos. We want this, right? We want this with the Hex Investment Trust. We want them to do Pulse and PulseX too. We haven't heard anything from them as far as I know from Kinetics in Wales only. So hopefully we'll get some news on that. And hopefully they've managed to raise, push it forward to get it eventually moving through to SEC and NASDAQ and things like that. We want to get public listed. That's going to open up traditional TradeFi, traditional markets. You can see at the moment here on the Bitcoin Trust. Let me zoom that in a bit there. It's probably hard to see, but the Bitcoin Trust, this one here, $17.4 billion in there. And, of course, you can see the share price there, the increase in the share price as well. And, of course, the market share price there, $20, up 17%. So it's doing pretty well. Now, obviously, they applied for that, and the news was out. Crypto asset manager Grayscale Investments has scored a major victory against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission in its efforts to convert its over-the-counter Grayscale Bitcoin Trust And of course, you can see the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust here, and of course convert that into a listed exchange traded fund. Did I say fust? Exchange traded fund, an ETF. Previously, the SEC rejected the GBTC application on grounds that the products were not designed to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and behavior. They just make the stuff up, honestly. Yeah, let's make the stuff. Grayscale subsequently sued, and the decision has been overturned. Yay! So that's good news there. But it's a bit of common sense coming back into the play. So it's almost like the SEC they think they can put any poor argument up, and just because they're the SEC, and they go take it to New York or somewhere, some crappy courts, and try to get some left-wing judge to passe it for the general their bigger theme that they're running. You guys know what they're running. Anyway, so according to August 29th court filings, U.S. Court of Appeals Circuit Judge Naomi Rao ordered Grayscale's petition for review to be granted, and SEC's order to deny GBTC listing application be vacated. Previously, Judge Rao said that the SEC did not offer any explanation as to why Grayscale was in the wrong. However, the order does not guarantee eventual listing for the Grayscale spot, so there's more work to be done there. It's like pushing something uphill. Michael Sonnenschein, CEO of Grayscale, said on X that its legal team is actively reviewing the court opinion. So that is the tweet there from, what did we say it was? The CEO of Grayscale. So good news. Thank you to everybody who's been on this journey with us, especially our investors. We are grateful for your support. Nice one there. On the 29th of June, the SEC denied Grayscale's application to convert GBTC into a spot ETF. The next day, Grayscale's senior legal strategist filed a petition to review the United States Court of Appeal for the District of Columbia Circuit. At the time, Sonnenschein said in the statement, the firm was deeply disappointed and vehemently disagreed with the SEC decision to deny its application. And of course, Grayscale Trust is the biggest Bitcoin fund traded over the counter with 14 billion of assets. Of course, we saw that they're sitting at 17.4 at the moment with the current prices, which is pretty cool. In October, Grayscale terminated material agreements with its partner and digital currency broker Genesis Global. On the 16th of November, Genesis Global paused withdrawals, citing unprecedented market turmoil and collapse of currency exchange FTX. And of course, we remember CeFi and centralized exchange turmoil last year was horrendous, even flowing into the beginning of this year. The firm was also impacted by the collapse of Singapore crypto hedge fund, the Three Arrows Capital, which was pretty shocking, right? So they've been involved in Hex before, right? With a 1.2 billion debt owed to Genesis still unpaid. In January 2023, it was disclosed that DCG owes creditors over 3 billion and is considering a 500 million venture capital portfolio sale. Genesis Global owes 900 million alone to users of cryptocurrency Gemini Earn program. So there's lots of interconnectedness in crypto, of course. So that is the good news, and the market rallied, and we'll take that because that's perfect time because we've been rallying on Pulsechain, and it was nice to have that rally on just at the right time. It's good timing. We like good timing, so that's kind of cool. They're going to bring us into our own markets, of course. Pulsechain, which has been pumping the last couple of days, 4 or 5 days, so exciting. We're just on day 109. We're finishing up day 109. We're about to start day 110. So not 110. We're about to start day 110 on the old Pulsechain. So it's kind of cool. So Pulsechain today, getting good timing of that. We're at quadruple 0406. So we're coming back to retest the 4,000. This was expected to retest the 4,000 after having a pump there. So we're up 1% at the moment on the old Pulsechain. Let's have a look at the chart. This is the hourly chart here. Look at that. That is the hourly chart for Pulsechain. Look at that breakout here. Look at the resistance, that yellow line. We broke through that, and of course, up we went. And of course, you guys know we wanted to be over this 4,000 line here, which is here. It's not quite there. It's a bit higher. 4,000. There it is. Let me get it right. That's 4,000. And of course, we wanted to get over this. We got over that, right? That was exciting. That was yesterday. And we came back pretty much to test a little bit then, but then got the rally, got all the way up to quadruple 046. So we're almost back at 50% of the sacrifice price for Pulsechain. And then we've just had profit taking. This was expected to come back and more likely to test the 4,000 again. We're at 4,073 at the moment. So hopefully we're pretty close to that testing being finished, and then we can bounce off, right? We've certainly got the right crypto environment for it with that bullish crypto market going up. So probabilities on our favor for the testing and bounce off again. I don't know if Brendan's in the chat there. Let me know what you think. He's our TA specialist. Let us give us a chat in the comment in the chat there. But that's pretty cool. Let's go to the 4-hourly as well. The 4-hourly, that's the 4-hourly chart at the moment. It's a nice big red candle, but we had a nice big pump all the way up there to the quadruple 046. That was pretty nice as well. We're off the bottom though. The bottom was down here at 3,300. So we're off the bottom there. Let's have a look at the bottom price. This gives us confidence that we're changing structure and maybe the bottom is in. So that's giving us confidence for that. Not a certainty, of course, but we're playing probability. We got up to 40%, right? 40% increase in 2.5 days. We're currently up 23.5% at the moment at the current price. So that is kind of where we're at the moment. And getting a nice powerful bounce off at the 4,000 would be really cool for another step up. So let's see how we get on today. That is Pulse. Pulsechain there is pretty much up just below 1% as well. Quadruple 01114. So Pulsechain has a lot more work to do. Obviously, talking Pulsechain testnet, another version on the testnet there. And of course, one pulse at the moment will get 3.57 Pulsechain. I'm pretty sure that the Pulsechain is going to have a big whip back the other direction at some stage. And if you get on the best side of that, you're going to be very happy indeed. Now, the burn's not changed here, but that's pretty much the same as it was yesterday. Waiting for that. Of course, the fee address was changed as well on the old Pulsechain V2 address. All right, so we got incentive token as well. I'm just going to briefly go to that. That is at 31,831, so it's holding pretty stable there. That is up 0.25% as well in terms of the US price. The emissions is currently at 9.4 million. Incentive tokens exist, and of course, 54,000 have been burned through a TRH protocol. So that's good news for that. Let's quickly look at those two charts. That is the Pulsechain chart there. And of course, we got all the way up to quadruple 013, 1,300. That was pretty nice. Back down to 1,100. Same story for Pulsechain. So let's go to the daily there. Don't go to the daily for this. No, I didn't go to the daily Pulsechain. That is the daily for Pulsechain at the moment. And of course, that is the daily for Pulsechain. And the incentive ratio there, that's $1.30. But let's go to the Pulsechain ratio. And that is the ratio 31,830. So just not too bad today in terms of sliding back down. What else are we going to say about that? Haven't pulled up Pulsechain today, but we're going to jump to Hex instead. Hex at the moment, P-Hex is the star of the day again. We're up 6.5%. We got at the current prices at 00893. One P-Hex will get you 290 pulse. So Hex is very strong. And of course, what else are we going to say about that? One E-Hex is at 0042. So just over 4 tenths of a penny. And of course, one P-Hex equals 2.13 E-Hex. So one P-Hex equals 2.13 E-Hex. The combined price of E-Hex and P-Hex is 1.31 cents, which is very, very cool. Liking where it's heading there on the old Hex. So let's have a look at the charts. This is a P-Hex on the hourly. We got all the way up to or just shy of 1.1 cent on P-Hex, which was awesome. We're down now at 0089, probably going for a bit of a retest here. So looking good on the chart there. Let's look at the 4-hourly. That's the 4-hourly chart there. Hopefully we'll gain some support. I would suggest between 8,700 and 8,300. That would be quite nice. But of course, the higher the better. 8,700 would be a pretty good bounce off. We'll see where we go there. Bit of profit taking in at the moment. Look at that candle all the way up, almost to 1.1 cents on P-Hex alone. Very, very cool. E-Hex, of course, is at the moment. Where's E-Hex? Was that the 4-hourly? That's the 4-hourly. Let's go to the daily on the old P-Hex. That's the P-Hex there. We got up to the top of the Bollinger Band. Look at that. That's interesting. And which is up at that just under 1.1 cent. And we're in the bullish territory. So hopefully we can ride up and ride that Bollinger Band up. That'd be pretty nice. We need more volume, obviously, to come in to lift all these prices. So let's see what we get on in the next 24 hours. We got E-Hex at the moment. That got all the way up to 0047, so 4700th of a penny, and we're down at 4100th of a penny at the moment. That's taking a bit more of an aggressive pullback there from the looks of it. And that is the 1 hour. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. That is the 4 hour candles there as well. Let's hopefully that we get a bit of support coming in at 4,000, 4 tenths of a penny. That would be quite nice in here. Where did I say? In here, that would be quite nice. See what happens. The combined price, though, of E-Hex and P-Hex, this is the exciting news. Wow, we got back up to 1.5 cents. Now, this would have been kind of humorous back in the day when we were testing one point, we're up at 10 cents or 15 cents, get to 1.5 cents. But here we are. It's a nice move back up as well. At 1.53 cents there. How about that? It's not bad. I think that's pretty good. We'll take that. We're down at 1.3 at the moment, so quite a bit of severe profit taking. These people in here, these big candles, they're the ones taking the profit taking there, and just the way it goes on the way up. So not bad on there at the moment. So yeah, been pretty nice to to defend the 1.3 or between 1.2 to 1.3, be pretty nice to bounce off that. That'd be pretty cool. We'll be watching. That is pretty much it on that. Let's go to the validators. Validators at the moment is at 39,530, and we've got 1.27 trillion is staked on Pulsechain that cannot be sold at the moment. That's pretty good. But of course, with the high gas fees on Ethereum, as we just talked about, look at how cheap the first full system stake copy of Ethereum is. That is Pulsechain. And of course, look at that, 1,600 times cheaper than Ethereum and 942 times cheaper than Bitcoin. Hey, look, for the big players, they may not care so much about high gas fees, but for the masses of people, the retail book, they do care. And man, it is so expensive over on Ethereum. Honestly, anytime that there's a spike and the big players bid up the prices, the retail book gets suffered. They lose money here and there and everywhere. So really, Pulsechain is the place to be, and spread the good word, as we say. So that is day 109, folks. We're moving on to day 110 in a little while, probably about another half an hour or something, or whatever. Maybe we've even started at 10 minutes. Let's say 10 minutes. That is pretty much it. That leads us into, of course, the other charts. So we're going to talk about the top PRC, ERC 20s before we get into the project updates. Before we do that, though, let's catch up in the chat and see who else is in the house. So Pulsechain and Hex pumps again. Bit of profit taking at the moment. We'll get a test, read support, and get to move back up. That would be pretty cool. We've certainly got good climate for it. Maybe September won't be so bad. Let's see who else has jumped in here. We got up Susie Q. That was for sure. We've got Bob Wells in the house. Good to see you, Bob. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Big shout out to everybody watching on Superman Crypto and Hex Token channels. We've got Pulse Beta in house there. Morning Super. Any news of off ramps for PLS now that OKX is shut down? Yeah, so OKX has stopped, folks. Means Portal X is also not providing service as well. And of course, there's lessons to be learned here using centralized exchanges when you are doing DeFi. So we talked about that lesson learned yesterday, so I won't harp on about it. But the official bridge is what you kind of need to use at the moment. Bridge is a total ripoff. I wonder if they can add Polygon to the bridge or BSC. Yeah, that's right. I actually thought that Portal X was using, or at least the change now was using a BNB bridge as well, but I haven't heard much talk about that. So maybe it's something for KDP to answer. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, so the OKX is down, and so Portal X is not working on the bridge. And of course, Change Now is also not working on the bridge either. And let us know in the chat if you're aware of anything else other than the official bridge that you can bridge over. I don't think Beetroot either is offering support for that. So let me know in the chat if you have interacted with a bridge, if there's like the BNB bridge, which is the only other one that I was aware of, but I'm not sure of the status of that either. So let us know. Bob Wells in the house there. Everyone's up except us, says Bob Wells. Now we were up, but we've got some profit taking going on after already moving for 4 or 5 days. It's probably the case there. Who else has jumped in here? Let's see here. Family channel. That's no drama channel. That is the channels. That's right. Ivor as well. Hi, hey all. Good to see you, Ivor. What else has jumped in here? I'm just going. 230 days till the BTC halving, says check my pulse. Yeah, so that's coming up for next year as well. Yeah, so we've got 3 kind of big macro pictures coming up. We've obviously got potential for spot ETF, probably BlackRock, those rat bags, BlackRock in the new year. And then, of course, the halving, Bitcoin halving in 230 days. That's the bullish stuff for next year. And, of course, this year, potentially, we've got Prodank sharding for increasing the size of the pipe for TPS transactions for Ethereum. Those kind of the 2 big juggernauts coming up. So we'll see how we get on there. Brennan says support lines are looking good. Hey, thanks for that, Brennan. It's good that I wasn't just making it up then. Lales in the house there, high highs and higher lows. Yeah, that's how we rock and roll. I like it, Lal. Well said. That's a nice summary. Rev 10 says, hey, people, we're hanging in there. If dump skiing continue DCAing, says Rev 10. Yep, that's true. And DCA for the win. That is true too. I am sure we will hit $1 within 5,555 days. That's a pretty good guess there, Richie. Yeah. And hey, the number of T-shares in the pool is sliding in the Hex pool, so that's going to be a big deal for Hex. DCA for the win, says Bob. DCA is the way, says Russ. Stay with it, DCA with it. That is the way to go. And jumping in a bit late, says Jeremy. But hey, welcome. It's better late than never, as we say. All right, let's get into the price discovery. So this is our second category. We kicked it off with the Richard Hart tokens, which have been doing very well the last 4 or 5 days off the bottom. And we've got now price discovery. So this is my accrued list for top ERC 20s that were copied over on the Pulsechain fork of Ethereum. And we call them PRC 20s. That's what they are over on the Pulsechain. And we can see that top performers, not a lot of action actually in the PRC 20s, probably because a lot of the Richard Hart tokens have taken a lot of attention. And people often swap back into Richard Hart tokens like Pulsex and stuff like that and Hex to jump onto the momentum. We've got Fetch though is up 13%. Very small liquidities in these, so we're not going to really talk too much about it. Sushi is up 12%. It's probably the best performer with a little bit of liquidity in there. Those are kind of the better performers. None of the big pools, we go by liquidity, which I do prefer. All the big ones are Tropa, Wrap Bitcoin, DAI, they're all down. So DAI actually is down quite a lot. So I know that is under pressure. So it's still up on the support lines. You really wouldn't want it to fall much further down from here on the old PDAI. So we're watching that. Obviously, the big following on Twitter now, PDAI and Atropa, of course. So Atropa is also down 20% at the moment. So, those are being probably sold for the Richard Hart tokens is my guess there. Pepe is pretty flat there, down 2%, and Maker is down 5%. That's kind of some of the bigger liquidity pools. SHIB is down 7% now. Remember, Pepe and SHIB are probably going to do well when 9-inch DEX comes out, the meme DEX, $16 million sacrifice for that. So those are the ones to watch, and they're both pretty much on the bottom at the moment, I think. If I remember right, let's have a look there. Yeah, so both of those are probably good pickups for that. Obviously, not financial advice, but the 9-inch DEX is the logic for that probable play. SHIB has had a couple days up, but a bit of a sell-off at the moment, down at 1,068. So those are the opportunities there. Let's go to the meme coins. This is our third category, the smaller meme coins here. And we've got, let's go by liquidity. We've got Where'd the ETH go? That's pretty much up 1%. There's 3 of them that are native to the 9-inch DEX. And of course, that's at the bottom as well. That was the recent airdrop. Paul Pleb is also here. That's number 3 at the moment. That has had quite a good rally, but that's still quite cheap relative to where it was. It's likely to do well also with the 9-inch DEX. And then Pulse Dodge, which I think is probably the best opportunity out of these. There's not many holders. That has also had a couple good days, but is pretty modest today. So those 3 are likely to get single-sided staking pools with the BBC token based on comments by Hexy Bastard, one of the team members there. And of course, they had to make some changes, delays with the audit to get things, up to scratch. But it must be getting pretty close. For a launch, given some of the little meme posts that have been coming out from 9-inch DEX. So we're looking forward to that. On the talking about non-9-inch DEXs, we've got Hex Orange Address. That is down 6.6% at the moment, but had quite a good rally over the last week or two. So it's been not too bad on Hex Orange Address. And of course, we've been rated here on Hex Token Discord and Superman Crypto with the oranges. So we know all about them. They've made themselves well known. Now, the other big news, of course, yesterday, BitBoy Ben BitBoy was Ben Armstrong was thrown from his own show. Apparently, he has relapsed or something. That's what the claim was, that he's relapsed and probably dealing with those issues. Obviously, people relapse, they can get pretty, hard to manage normal life when they're like that. But it looks like they've gone to a big step to remove Ben Armstrong from BitBoy, which is his brand, his channel that he made on Twitter and YouTube. So the show's got all the other guys on it, but not the BitBoy Ben Armstrong. So we'll see what happens to that in the future. We may see a reemergent Ben Armstrong. We will see. Anyway, that is what the claims have been made, and he has been removed. So that was some interesting stuff there from the Ben token. That's down 12% today on Pulsechain, the copy. That's pretty much it. So that leads us to our fourth main category, the Pulsechain projects. And of course, we're going to do it by percentage this time, not liquidity. So we'll look at percentages, and Pulse Kitten is the best performer so far, up 13%. Weight token from Coast, which we're going to talk about now, is up 12% as well. PHUX, of course, the fork of balancer is up almost 10%. Halgo is, which is doing pretty well, is up 6.5%, and Hocus Pocus up 5%. Those are kind of the leaders there. Fiat, which has done well the last 2 days after the launch of its Aave fork, is up about 3.6% at the moment, sitting at about 33 cents. The high of that, of course, is 38 cents. So that is the high of Fiat, the fork of Aave. We're going to talk about that too. Before we do, though, let's get into Coast. Coast has had a lot of big updates. Obviously, we're moving into Coast on-ramp phase 2 is coming. And yeah, we're going to talk about that. Coast on-ramp phase 2 is coming. And lots of updates from the Coast team. I love, you know what, Coast is, okay, apart from maybe, I don't know, what do you guys think? Liquid loans, they are probably the most prolific tweeters out there in terms of the tweeters, tweeted twits, or what's it called, an X post now, isn't it? X post. So the X posts are, off the chain, and I really love it. I really like it a lot. I like it a lot. And one of the most important design intentions behind CST is that it solves custody on a fiat on-ramp. Typically, these assets are held by a centralized exchange or financial institutions on our platform. You mint CST directly to Pulsechain, your keys, your coins. Don't you love that? True DeFi, Pulsechain leading DeFi, folks. It really is important. Your keys, your coins. Own the coins that you have. Don't have them on centralized exchanges. Last year, people got wrecked, absolutely murdered last year on the old centralized exchanges, on CFI, centralized finance. Really be your own bank. Have your own wallet. Keep your own coins in your wallet. And, of course, you own them. You won't have to beg for them. Man, I've seen so many people beg the exchanges to get their coins back for certain different reasons, and you don't want to be in that case as well. And, of course, so many exchanges have been hacked as well because they're one big fat treasury, and, of course, it attracts the hackers, right? So lots of stuff, and there's lots of inside jobs too done on some of those hacks as well. So even, cold wallets and things like that may not protect you. So really, really important. Pulsechain is really leading the DeFi charge, and it is the people's chain. It is run by the people for the people. So really, really cool. All right, so we got the Coast there. Don't forget, Weight was given away for free to those supporting Pulsechain projects. Lock it on our D app to receive on-ramp, off-ramp discounts. If you get the Weight token up to 100,000, you can get your fee into a 1% fee for on-ramping, which is pretty cheap by normal standards. So very, very cool. Now, often you'll be paying 4 or 5% using credit cards, for example, but you can get down to 1% buying Weight, and it's not that expensive to buy. So it's well worth it, especially if you're DCAing, every week or month or whatever, however you're accumulating more Pulse from the fiat world or more crypto. This is a useful thread to US-based customers having difficulty funding their digital account using ACH. So at the moment, there's two methods of payment to onboard yourself into directly the Pulsechain, into the CST stable, and one is the ACH. And apparently, they've ACH had a few. It's been high risk, so just that's a good thread to read there as well. All right, what else? We've got Fiat on-ramp update here. Fiat on-ramp update 17 hours ago. One of the key updates coming to our D app later this week is a live proof of reserves page, and I'm excited about this. Here is a sneak peek. You can see the amount of CST in circulation versus the amount of USD in the CST collateral account, which is awesome. So look at that. Woohoo! So collateral 275,000, circulating 271,000. I like that. So that's a sneak peek. I think that's a little old too. That's a bit duplicated, but that's really cool. Gas fees on Pulsechain are currently 1,000 times cheaper. We talk about that all the time. It is so much cheaper. Funding a digital account and then minting CST on Pulsechain. Let's on-ramp the next 50 million. And this is a highlight, right? You got to have goals, man. You got to have goals. I love this sort of stuff, and I'm going to retweet that. But fund your digital account and then mint CST, targeting 50 million. Now, we've seen on June, I've showed you the June on-ramp for the official bridge. It's sitting at about 142, 143 million net has flowed into Pulsechain. And, of course, we want to get another 50 mil, right? We're going to get, and then even higher after that. You've got to have one target and you go to the next. So really to on-ramp this. Now, you get a referral bonus of 5,000 weight tokens. I know that Brian's going to post this link in the chat there again, but definitely get hold of that. That is very, very cool. All right, what else there? The team at Coast exists outside the flow of funds. Your money is either in one of your bank accounts or in your Pulsechain wallet. So Coast is not involved in the flow of funds. So that's really important to do that. You've got your personal account, you've got your digital account that you open, and of course you've got your self-custodial wallet. So it's all stays with you. You are in control of your crypto through the Coast Fiat on-ramp and off-ramp and stablecoin, of course, CST. We're thinking about adding more than 4 new countries later this week. Whee! So I'm hoping, of course, that includes New Zealand down the bottom here, because I can't even open an account because I'm not in the United States, UK, Australia, or Canada, of course. But that's going to be really neat. So that is one of the big updates there coming, is that 4 new countries later this week. So that's one of the teasing updates there. Only on Pulsechain would a stablecoin have live reserve data available for users. How often do we get it for Tether? CST analytics update every time the website. So we're going to get better analytics coming out of the Coast. We're also going to get more countries. So it's kind of cool. Our product is literally your money on Pulsechain. Absolutely, I love that. And of course, a real DeFi. Kind of cool. Now, the other thing, of course, is stablecoins have to be arbitraged to keep it $1 once they hit the market. And of course, arbitrage is maturing on CST. Being redeemable for $1 allows arbitrage to be performed to keep it peaked. Growing liquidity will help too. And of course, we can see that here. It's looking really good. So nice work there. What else are we going to say about this? 6 hours ago, centralized exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken want to keep your money. And this is what we said. Your keys, your coins in the ecosystem and profit of trading fees or leverage. We just want to get economic energy onto Pulsechain. Absolutely. Kind of cool. We're going to jump through that update. So that is kind of cool. Now, obviously, the 1st of September, folks, that's when we're looking for the rollout. And, of course, they may be early. Who knows? Maybe early. 1st September, phase 2. More countries, more features. Maybe we'll get debits and credit cards. I'm not sure. Wild cards there, some of the new features. But definitely there's 2 of them that we know of, as at least countries and features are coming. And, of course, including some transparency about how much money is coming through the platform as well, which is very, very cool. All right, so that's going to be a real booster to the Pulsechain economic engine, as it were. So a major source of potential fiat coming onto Pulsechain, and of course that pumps prices, right? We're really cool. Now, CST, when Liquid Loans and Power City launch, they're going to have their own stablecoins, USDL and PXDC. They're going to be based on collateralizing Pulse and PulseX, and of course you'll be able to match up those stablecoins with CST fiat-backed stablecoin, and you'll have a complete direct on-ramp, off-ramp from Pulse and PulseX right through to your fiat world. So back again. So that's kind of cool. So that's going to be on-ramp and off-ramp, and those liquidity pools will be flourishing pretty nicely. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, we know that at least for liquid loans, that we're going to have some incentives in the pool for providing liquidity for USDL, which is going to be cool too. Can't wait for liquid loans come down the pipeline. We talked about that yesterday. Very excited. So that is the Coast update today, but also Fiat, of course, launched, 2 days ago. And look at the amount that's on there, $1,943,000. Great, eh? That's a really good start, honestly. And of course, very, very cool result. And how much we got? 14 billion Pulse on there at the moment, 44 billion PulseX, 42 million Hex on there at the moment. We got 128,000 DAI, 141,000 USDC, 131,000 USD Tether on there, and 41 wrapped ETH there as well, and a tiny bit of Bitcoin. But in any case, the total borrowed amount at the moment, 645 million Pulse has been borrowed, 546 million PulseX has been borrowed. We've had 6.8 million Hex borrowed there, 84,000 DAI, 59,000 USDC, and almost 40,000 USD Tether. Those stablecoin percentages are really, really good. And of course, we've had 4 wrapped ETH. So nice borrowing against the amount that's been deposited. At the moment, your deposit APYs are pretty modest, except for DAI. DAI is getting a pretty handsome 1.56%. That's not too bad for for cash, what we call cash, I guess. The borrowing APY is 4.8% on DAI, 5.7% on Hex, 1.3% on PulseX, and 2.37 on Pulse there as well. So you obviously get, depending on what you're going to borrow, is the rate that you'll be charged for that. In an upward market, that's pretty good when the market's been moving up, making lots of jam and honey. So that is the Fiat. Congratulations to the PH Universe. We're looking forward to Famous, of course, the fork of GMX launching. And that's going to bring perpetuals and margin trading and yield opportunities to provide the lending funds for those people trading. So that's coming up too. That's going to be, I think, a big protocol. So looking good there as well. All right, so that is fiat looking good. We're going to talk about Batias. Now, obviously, the fiat price there has responded to its launch and is up at 33 cents, and it's been as high as 38 cents. So that's doing pretty well on the old fiat there. Now, I presume the more funds that will go into the fiat protocol, the more that the fiat price can move up. That's my guess there. So I'll be watching sort of see what that relationship holds in the future. That's pretty cool. Now, Batias at the moment, of course, is about to launch as well. They finished their sacrifice, and Batias is a really blue chip DEX aggregator. So what does that mean? That goes and finds you the best rate across all these different pools and through the routes through different trading pairs to get you the best result. And it is pretty good in most cases. It's still a little bit slow on fast moving markets, but the market would have to be really turning over, a bit like what PDI was doing the other day when it was just turning over really fast, lots of bots and stuff like that. But Batias also gives you bot protection as well, MEV bot protection. So if you've got a trading pair that's really dogged by a lot of bots, I think of Paul Pleb and Pulse Dodge like that, then Batias is probably a good one to try and use to prevent that activity. So yeah, it's I haven't tested that, but that would make sense. All right, so that is kind of cool there. They've got some news coming out there, so let's get to the news now. Big shout out to Archie. He posted this in our Discord. So if you haven't joined our Discord, you want some alpha, get in there, because we've got lots of people in the community that posting a lot of the latest intel there, and Archie's one of the leaders in there. Christian is also another big shout. He does a lot of posts, and so is Brenton, I believe. So big shout out to those people posting a lot of cool updates. So yeah, Batias allocation is going to be launching this week, and we've got, what's the update here? We're preparing for Thursday or Friday for Batias. If you sacrifice for Batias Thursday or Friday, Friday between 12 and 15 UTC seems to be reasonable to them. They will definitely announce their decision once it is finalized. So going to be cool, and that will likely be the token airdrop to sacrifices. So very cool. Now, apparently, some other people in the community, like Buck from PH, has been speculating that it may do a 4x out of the gate on the old Batias. So that could be quite a nice little pumper mental if you get in early on the market. We will see. Obviously not financial advice, but looking forward to it. This is one of our blue chip DEX aggregators. Very exciting to see. And of course, I think they've got a bridge coming down the pipeline too. So we need a bridge. We need more bridges. That's the one thing we do need a lot more work done. After OKX went down, there's an opportunity to fill that market opportunity there by people in the community, maybe like Batias, for example, who's obviously got the right kind of skill set from the looks of it to do stuff like that. So looking good there. In any case, all right. Yeah, let's jump past there. That is pretty much it. What I was going to use here. Yeah, Portal X. No, I wasn't going to use Portal X. But yeah, Batias there. That is the last update. Let's quickly look at the meme coins before we move on to Pulse Hex. Let's have a quick look at see how GameFi is doing. GameFi there, P-Trip is up 9%. And where's TYH at the moment? Is at 00277. So still a little bit of profit taking after that little mini rally. But 002777 is TRH. And obviously the TYCZ launch is still open at the moment. So I did a video on that if you want to check that out. TYCZ on BNB. Now that's pretty much where we're at. So that's all. I'll leave it there. All right, cool. That is pretty much it. We've got lots of protocols coming down the line, so it's going to be a lot of fun over the next couple of months with the protocol launching. Now, we're going to get to the Hex Daily Stats. Before we do that, let's get back into the chat and say hello. Welcome to everybody. I think we've got about 60 people on at the moment, so big welcome. Welcome if you're watching the Superman Crypto. I can see Kim's on there and Tex Hex as well. Good to see you both on Superman Crypto. And, of course, I can also see we've got a lot of people watching on Hex Token channel, so big shout out to everybody there too. Let's see who else has jumped in the chat. Where are we up to here? Jump all the way back up there. I think we got up to genuine there. We've got Hex made good luck out there, guys. There's Hex made. Good luck to you as well. Bob Wells says, my real worries is if PLSX doesn't start adding features, people will move to another DEX like 9-inch for better staking options, says Bob Wells. Yeah, they do primarily have a focus on meme coins, but any DEX out there's probably going to be tens of DEXs, Bob, in the future. There'll be tons of them on the old Pulsechain. So that might be worth a video doing that one, actually. Not says the SEC case is also asking RH to never discuss cryptocurrency again. Imagine doing a sacrifice as free speech, then getting silenced. I don't know if they can cancel someone's free speech, but that's a constitutional issue. We will see. What else? Pudding Guru there. Golf Pudding says, I'll get you to pronounce it one. Golf putting. Is that right? Golf Pudding Guru. Hexmade says, please don't get wrecked. Yeah, that's true. No one wants to get wrecked. Ben got the boot, says Brennan. He did indeed. I watched the beginning of a bit of the first show, and it's always a bit odd when they throw away the brand person that is for that channel. It's I don't know. The team, they still do a good job. They're very polite on there as well about Ben, obviously, but because they're concerned for that he's their friend. But it was bizarre watching when the person's actually gone. Right? It's like, okay, it's a bit like yeah, it's just weird. All right, I was gonna say something. We got let's move on here. Addictions are real. Yeah, people have addictions and they need help. Progressives apparently don't like giving them help. It's the rest of us that like to give them help. Progressives just like to give them more of this, what they're addicted to, unfortunately. Let me see. We got Kim in the house there as well. Hi, sir and all sirs. Good to see you, Kim. Of course. What else there? Aussie Stone says, do people have pet snakes in New Zealand? There's probably a few people, maybe. Maybe you need a license for a snake. We don't have snakes in New Zealand, so thank goodness we don't have any of those. New Zealand's pretty much about the only place in the world that doesn't have a lot of those critters running around. So that I know of. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's right. Sandy says, I do not sacrifice for Patias. That's probably the only one, Sandy. It's probably the only one. Hey, we got Francis in the house there. Hello to you, Francis. Welcome. And Brendan says, oh, yes, that's right. We got Pulse Souls update on Soul Token to be announced this Thursday, Friday as well. So not only do we have Patias airdrop, we've also got Pulse Souls NFT, which is my favorite NFT collection. That is going to be announced Thursday, Friday. So looking forward to that too, holding some of those. So it should be really, really cool. Obviously, there's no wild snakes in New Zealand. That's correct. Nothing like that. We're pretty good on the spiders too. We do have a few spiders, but nothing really, really bad. Did you see the big python that Simon tweeted? No, I did not. No. The only things I checked today before the live stream was project updates. I didn't get to check anything else. Moon boots checked, oxygen checked, moon suit checked. Let's go to the moon hexagons. Absolute DX. Rocket. Francis says hi to you, Francis. One of the 5 million gods has sold. Oh wow, that took ages. That took ages to sell on the old NFTs. Anyway, let's go back to the final update for today. The hex.com. This is where we get paid, folks. Hex.com, and of course you can check it out. You can buy Hex and swap it for T-shares and start mining Hex. Pretty much when you swap it for T-shares, your Hex gets burned. T-shares stands for trillions of shares. Put like a share in a company, but it's not. And you start mining Hex with it, basically. Now, Hex.com, obviously Hex on Ethereum and Hex on Pulsechain. And, of course, one of the few tokens, I should say, to do a 10,000x in the last bull market. So it has got a lot of fame to it. And, of course, founded by Richard Hart himself with no expectations. So that is pretty much it. Let's get into Hex Day stats. We've got day 1,366, but it's not out yet. So how about that? But we do have Pulsechain today. How weird is that? Yesterday we had it the other way around. So we'll do Pulsechain. We've got day 109 on Pulsechain, though. 29th of August, and we got the price there at 00913. This is a snapshot. Isn't that cool? That's a much better price. Shame it didn't stay over 1 cent for our snapshot, but hey, that's life. We're up 8.3%. So what we got? 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 days of price increases and almost double digits every day, but not quite. But of course, yesterday 19.8%. We didn't cover that yesterday. That's looking really, really good. The Hex payout today is 6.573. Yesterday was 6.584 since we didn't get to cover it yesterday. And the share rate has gone up 6.6 as well. So if this share rate kind of reflects compound interest, means that short-term miners can't outdo long-term miners. And it is up at 29,132 at the moment. So it's going to go up, up, up and away. The average mining length is 7.02 years on the old Pulsechain, 38% APY for existing T-share miners. And what else? We got T-shares are up. So yesterday we had quite a bit of T-shares, 25 million, and today we're up again to 8,144. So that's really, really good. These will be bigger players that are doing these T-shares. We're up at 9,864,000, basically 9,865,000 T-shares in the ownership pool. Now, these are in the ownership pool, and that means that they are mining Hex and getting the rewards from the Hex pool there. So that's pretty much that. 9.48% of all Hex is locked at the moment in mining, and we had really tiny little weeny beeny little penalties today. I mean, it's hardly nothing. We had about 40 days of high penalties on Pulsechain. The last 4 days, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's the relationship? Well, price has been going up, right? The price has been going up. So more confidence, I guess, is in the market there. Is probably the place. We've got up at 17 in liquid holders, down 2 in miners. We're at 123,959 miners. That was day 109 on Pulsechain for Hex. And of course, what else there? That is it. We don't have the Ethereum out yet. They'll probably come out a bit later. But day 1366 will come out sooner than later, I guess. We're on day 1367 now for Hex on Ethereum, and we're on day 110 for Pulsechain. And of course, you can pick up Pulsechain. Make sure you do your financial due diligence, all that good stuff. And if you have any questions, jump into our Discord. We have a Pulsechain helpline, and we're the only ones with one. It's pretty much, I'm sure, that we're the only one. Are we the only one? Only Pulsechain Hex community that has a Pulsechain helpline? I'm pretty sure. And that's actually attended. Someone actually will help you. So get into our Discord. It's a cool place to be. And for the time being, it's free at the moment. So get in there while you can. All right, that is kind of cool. Let's jump back to summarize the prices at the moment. Let's go have a look before we wrap up. We're at 52 minutes on the hour. We're actually doing a really fast show today. And we're at quadruple 0407 for Pulse. We're at quadruple 0114 for PulseX. Incentive there is at 31,700 Pulse per incentive. And PHEX there is at 00892. EHEX at 0042. Looking pretty good. So I'm going to leave it on the old Pulsechain price there as well. We want to hold this 4,000 line on Pulsechain. That we do want to hold that. That's very important. So fingers crossed. We want to start getting a new upward structure in the old Pulsechain price. So fingers crossed for that over the next 24 hours. That we don't get oversold is what we say. We get oversold, we'll break down the structure. We don't want that to happen. So don't get greedy out there, whoever's out there. Don't get greedy. Let's get some better structure before we move higher. That's what we say. What else? Let's jump through some of those comments. Ozzy says, any pet snakes escaped or let's become wild? Not that I'm aware of. They probably wouldn't last too long, as my guess too, Ozzy Stone. That they wouldn't probably have any mate to go and mate with, I guess. Is that how snakes do it? I'm pretty sure. Wait till there are Q shares. So we've got T shares for trillions of shares, B shares for billions of shares. That's kind of the next level. And of course, M for M shares there. So I don't think we're going to Q shares. Don't think we're going to Q shares there. Brendan says they probably can't survive in their climate, though, for long. Yeah. It's probably finding a mate and time probably the key. Kim says giving 38% returns is very professional. Well, that's for existing T shares, Kim. That's existing T shares, not for new T shares. New T shares, well, the rate will be lower. I believe that max T share at the moment is about 30%, give or take. You'll have to check the Hex calc, and of course, you can jump to our Discord for that link under useful links in the Discord. Oh yeah, definitely the Python family. Yeah, we don't want pythons in New Zealand. We don't want pythons. We are lucky. This is like God's zone, man. In terms of nature, we don't have all that. So yeah, hashtag family channel. What's that about, Sandy? And he's posting that quite good. I mean, it's nice to post it, but I'm just trying to see what's actually not that good. I only saw one comment in there. I thought that was maybe breaching our principles of operation. Wow, what a day. You guys enjoying it? And of course, DCAing, you believe in the chain. It's going to be a lot of fun. Onwards and upwards, all I can say for Pulsechain. Just checked it is a Python carpet. Python, not sure that thing could hide under the carpet. All right, enough about snakes. I think we're going to finish it. I hope you guys have had a good day. And yeah, onwards and upwards. Catch me tomorrow, same time, same place. We're going to have, obviously, we're waiting for the Fetch Oracle from Liquid Lines. That's going to unleash the biggest protocols on Pulsechain. And looking forward to it, Looking forward to it. In the meantime, we have, like I say, we've got Coast Update coming, 1st of September, phase 2. We've got Pulse Souls NFT phase, a second phase, maybe DeFi phase coming up for Pulse Souls. We're looking for that. We've got Batias launching their token as well, Thursday, Friday. Looks like possibly Friday. So we've got lots of cool things for this week. And what else? What is that? Yeah, then we're moving into September, really, aren't we? So good times. All right, take care, everybody, and enjoy yourself. Let us leave a bit of words from Richard. Let's some words from Richard here. What words are we going to play from Richard? Have I got some? I don't know. I might need to get some more words from Richard. More words. Actually, I don't know if I've got words from Richard today. Maybe we'll go to some music. How about that? Peace out, everybody. Take care. Enjoy your day. Walk day number 39 for me. And take care. Bye for now.
In my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.